Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, it's going to be a course over a few days, not just one day. So today we are actually saying goodbye to our family table. It suited us perfectly in our old house. It seats I think 7, and we're a family of 6, so about 7 people can actually fit on this table. But our dining room is really tiny, and I have split it in half. We have a playroom back here, and then my dining area right here. So I've been looking for just like a small table to go in here, and the reason I don't want to keep this one is because we have to store the bench and the leaf to this table, and it has a big crack in the middle and food gets inside of it because my kids eat at this table, so it just gets really nasty. So I want to get a round table that does not have a crack, like a leaf extension or anything, with no cracks or anything like that. I want to just get a table that has 4 chairs, that has no cushions or cloth, just easy to wipe down, because this overall is going to be where my kids are sitting to eat their meals and their snacks, and they always spill food and drinks, so we want to make it easy to clean. Over the course of the next week or two, I'm going to be decorating my dining room and getting it set up the way that I want it. So I'm really excited to show you guys the before, the during, and the after. My kids did just get finished eating lunch not that long ago. We don't have up any blinds yet or any curtains, and I've just been so picky about curtains, but we do plan to put up some blinds and some curtains as well. We do have the electrical box in here because this room actually used to be like a utility room for the washer and dryer. So I want to put maybe like a command hook over that and put some decor over it just to kind of cover it up and make it look a little better. But this is a bit of the before. I've got to clean it up from their lunch. This table is going today, and then over here is the playroom side, and it's not cleaned up right now either. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and get it ready to go to the next family, and then I will show you guys what our next table looks like. So our table just got out of here, so I'm going to take advantage of this clean, empty space to go ahead and clean it. So it wasn't too bad, just a little bit of juice on the floor and a little bit of dirt from where we were moving the table out. So in the same exact day, we got our new table. I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $200, and it is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for an antique style pedestal round table with no cloth, because this is where my kids are going to be sitting. And while my girls are at school, I sit in here and I eat breakfast and lunch with the boys. But at dinner time, I sit at a bar height table just right across the bar. I can see the kiddos, and we can still have conversation in the evenings when we're eating our dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and put the kids' booster chairs on here. I actually ended up getting rid of my 4-year-old and my 5-year-old's booster seats because this table is lower. So my husband and my oldest daughter ran up to Home Depot and Lowe's. We found some at Lowe's. We got some for our entire house. We have been waiting to do this. We've been saving up to do this. We don't have any blinds in our entire house. We have curtains throughout our house, except for the kitchen and dining room has no blinds or curtains. But at least we have curtains up throughout our house. I cannot stand for the windows to be naked. But I'm so happy to finally be getting this done. And putting up our blinds is actually a process. We actually had to buy a saw as well to cut the blinds. We wanted to just do it ourselves so we can make sure we have the exact measurements instead of taking it to Lowe's, because they do offer that service. They will trim the blinds for us, but my husband just wanted to do it. But this is the next morning, and I'm just sitting with the kids, and we are just having a little bit of lunch. We're having something super easy this day. We were having some apples and some pizza rolls. So a few days later, we are finally going to be hanging up our curtains, and then we will be decorating.
I absolutely love these curtain rods from Walmart. They actually extend from 30 inches to 84 inches, and they are a white distressed and perfect for the vibe that I'm going with in the dining room. And I'm literally the pickiest person when it comes to picking out curtains for my house, but it was a piece of cake to pick out my dining room curtains just because I knew the exact vibe that I was going with. I already knew I wanted white or ivory colored lace curtains in here. I just love the antique look, the country look. So the theme I'm going for is just like a country kitchen, and at the end of the video it all comes together perfectly.
Hey y'all, and welcome to the final day of my makeover video. So I just wiped down my table with the Method Wood for Good. This is a really good wood cleaner, and then it's also non-toxic. And then I also go over it with my Pledge wood oil. This just helps the wood shine and not feel so dried out. It gives the table some moisture basically. But now that my table is clean, I'm going to go ahead and decorate. I've got a few pieces of decor that I'm going to be putting up in here, and I'm so excited to show y'all the end results and show y'all how everything turns out. It's also a bit bittersweet, but I went ahead and got rid of my 4- and 5-year-old's little booster seats that I had here. They're just strapless boosters for like older kids, but this table actually sits lower than our other table, so I feel like they don't really need the booster seats. A booster is obviously necessary for Jackson. He's only 1. But I did have 2 boosters in these chairs and this one, and then my 12-year-old sits here. So I do like that this table is lower. This is the way that the curtains turned out. I absolutely love them. We're going to be covering this electrical box with decor. These little brown spots is actually where like the wood color is coming through the paint, where they did not prime it before they painted. We also have some here on the back door, so it's not dirty spots. It's just where it needed to be primed before painting. Just having the new table, the blinds, and the curtains up in here makes it look like a whole nother room. So let's go ahead and get started with decorating. So I originally was not going to put any breakables or glass in here just because I know that this is where my kiddos sit, but with it being in the center of the table, the kids don't really mess with it, and it was so beautiful. And I also got it on clearance. I'm not sure if it's still on sale, but I will have it linked down below if y'all want to check it out and see if it's still on sale. But I think it is absolutely beautiful, and I feel like my style has changed just a little bit because I used to go with very bland neutrals, and I just really want some more color in my life, especially with summer coming up. I'm going to be adding lots of pops of color throughout my house. I'm also going to be decorating for summer coming up very soon, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss it. So to cover up the electrical box and to go on both sides of the window, I purchased these beautiful window panes, and I also purchased 2 wreaths to go on top of them, and it turned out absolutely darling. And I love the way that it kind of hides the electrical box so it's not just so open, because it does look kind of ugly right there. And I was fighting with these command hooks, you guys.
I tried both of them. I actually purchased the strips and the hook just in case one didn't work out, and then I got these smaller ones just to hold up the wreaths. But whenever my husband got home, we actually had to figure out how to hang it up with a screw because I was so scared that these window panes were going to fall off with these command hooks. The command hooks worked pretty well on the wall, but using it over the electrical box, one of them popped off and I was so scared it was going to fall and this was going to break. So we did end up screwing those and putting a nail in it to hold those up to make sure they are not going to fall. These birchwood and eucalyptus wreaths are absolutely stunning. I highly recommend these if you guys are looking for a beautiful wreath for the summertime. So I actually had to do away with that top command hook that I added, and I added 2 more smaller ones down lower, and then I just added my wreath on the lower hooks. And later on, when my husband gets home, we are just going to be adding screws and doing away with the command hooks because I do not want to risk these beautiful pieces falling. So if you have a tiny dining room and you don't know what to do with it, I hope that I can give you some ideas. I love the way it turned out. It's so country, and I love the little pops of color I've added. In our old home, we had the electrical box in my bedroom, and I just covered it up with macrame, and it looked really cute, but I didn't want to add macrame to our dining room, so this was my next solution, and I think it turned out really good. I was also going to add some baskets. The one that I actually added in my kitchen on the mirror that you guys seen in one of my last videos, I actually purchased 2 of those baskets to go on either side of this window if these window panes didn't work out, just as a backup. And if not, then I was just going to use those baskets in another space in my home. So if you have an electrical box somewhere in your home that you absolutely hate, I hope that you can take some tips from me and figure out how to cover it up and still make the space look cute. We live in a pretty small house as a family of 6, and I honestly love it. I love smaller houses. I feel like they make families closer, and even though we don't have a tremendous amount of space, we make it work, and I make use of our space. So on the other side of our dining room is the kids' little playroom, and I just have some of their toys and their toy kitchen over here, and they love to come in here and play. Our little playroom is really tiny, but the kids also have toys in their bedrooms as well as in the living room. I am obsessed with these curtains. They are more perfect than I ever imagined. They have the ruffle lace on the edges and a beautiful flower design. I'm working on adding more pops of colors and textures to my home because I feel like it's just so bland lately. So this summer I plan to decorate with lots of textures and lots of colors.
When I'll be coming home, then I'll be at your door. When I'll be coming home, I plan to let you know the longing of my heart, the wish I carry high whenever we're apart. It takes me through the night when I look deep into your eyes. When I look deep into your eyes.
Alright y'all, so this is the way that my dining room turned out. I love it so much. It's very simple. I do have 4 kids, so the kiddos do sit in here, so I don't want to do too much decor in here, you know, and then the other half of my dining room is a play area, so I have their toy kitchen and their little table in here, and they do like arts and crafts in here. So this dining room is split in half, but this works for our family, and I just absolutely love the curtains. The curtains are from Amazon. The wreaths and the arched window panes are also from Amazon. This vase is from Walmart. The purple florals, the lavenders are from Amazon. The hydrangeas are from Target. These are from Goodwill, and our kitchen table is a Facebook marketplace find. It was only $200. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video, and I look forward to seeing y'all in my next one. Bye.
And I am on my way. When I'll be coming home, I wanna see you play the music of your heart.